This is the Definitive 3 by Mikey. You can disagree, but you'd be wrong. The 2000s, a decade where Hollywood didn't just make movies, it changed what movies were. Digital filmmaking exploded, fantasy became blockbuster royalty, superhero movies became the next big thing, and movies became more than something watched in the theaters. They became franchises, events, and movies you wanted to watch over and over again. After cutting through more than 30 films, this one was fucking hard to get to, but here they are. At number 3, Up, 2009. Yeah, I know, a Pixar movie made the list, but Up represents something the 2000s did better than almost any other decade. It proved an animated movie could be made for kids, completely entertaining for adults, and still hit you right in the fucking heart. That opening montage tells an entire lifetime without barely saying a word. And somehow, in just a few minutes, it gives us a better love story than most fucking romantic comedies. Then you get Carl and Russell, one of the strangest and sweetest friendships in animation. It's funny, heartbreaking, adventurous, and somehow makes talking dogs work. Up didn't need to be the biggest movie of the decade. It just needed to remind us why we love movies in the first place. At number 2, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 2003. This wasn't just the end of a trilogy. It was the payoff to one of the biggest filmmaking gambles Hollywood ever had. 3 massive movies that took 9 hours and 17 minutes, and somehow it still only felt like a 2-hour movie. That's a fucking achievement. The world felt complicated, lived in. The battles were massive. The characters mattered. The effects still hold up, and when it went on to win Best Picture, The Lord of the Rings didn't just prove fantasy movies could work, it proved fantasy could be fucking great. At number 1, The Dark Knight, 2008. Christopher Nolan takes a comic book movie and turned it into a crime thriller. This wasn't just Batman fighting a bad guy. It was a movie about chaos, morality, fear, corruption, and what happens when you push people far enough. And here's the thing. Take Batman and the Joker out of this movie, and it still works. That's how fucking good the story is. You still got a great crime movie, incredible characters, moral choices, political and social commentary, and a story about a city being pushed to its breaking point. Then you put Batman and the Joker back into it, and somehow you make it even fucking better. Heath Ledger gave us one of the greatest movie villains in history, and The Dark Knight permanently changed what audience expected from a superhero movie. And somehow, almost 20 years later, it still doesn't feel fucking dated. That's the Definitive 3. I already know what you're thinking. Where's Iron Man? Avatar? Spider-Man? Gladiator? The Hangover? Trust me, I know. That's what made this decade so fucking hard. So many great movies. But these 3 are the ones that define the decade. You got a better 3? Go ahead. Be wrong in the comments. And next up, we're heading into the 2010s. And if you think the 2000s were hard, you ain't seen shit yet.